Back, ready. We're in the race. It's time for the race. Scorenzi needs an invite. So he has been... I'm assuming he's been... he's left. Let's look at the quality. Much better quality for us. Let's go. It might be 720p, but at least it's more than 480p. Waiting for this session to start. And it is, let's look at the track temperatures for the race. Well, we're obviously not going to have enough time, but look at the pit lane. Look at all the LEDs. Look at the beautiful night sky. The beautiful skybox. Golden Sniper has left the session. That is a bad sign. They might have to redo this, which is a pain in the ass. They're probably not. Golden Sniper DNF'd before the session even started. And it's lights out and away we go! Let's look. And there's immediate action between Hash Brown and Scorenzi. Hash Brown and... No, not Hash Brown and Scorenzi. It's Hash Brown and Soul. Sorry for that mistake. So close into the next series of turns. This looks like a Formula E circuit, if you know what I mean. Okay, and into the next set of turns they go. Into these high-speed turns. It's amazing. Not medium-speed turns, because those are boring as fuck. Golden Sniper got disconnected, I know. It won't let me take control, says Scorenzi. What's your EAID? My EAID is welcome to Ryanair, but... Oh, yeah. Oh. Sniper, Okay, whatever. Okay, let's go back. Souls. He is leading a DRS train that goes back the rest of the grid. And there is action between RST and Lewis. So close. Oh, and there has been some hard braking. Not quite brake locking because attitude. Okay, I didn't see you yet. So let's go into the second lap. DRS has been enabled because there's been no big accidents so far. We've got, so let me remind you, we could expect yellow flag in Sector 1. Clear yellow flag in Sector 1. Still, total player, okay, that... Another player, corner cutting 3 times, one more time. Player who... Spamming invites, good sir. Thank you so much. Sorry, I don't see you. I'm weird. GDB has been left behind. And Scorenzi DNFs after he has lost control of his car. Yeah, Squirt gets a fastest lap of 1:30, which is great. So, recently we have lost, and there's fighting for the battle for P6. So, there's a DRS train going from P1 all the way to P9. and a DRS train going from P13 all the way to P17. As we could see from this season so far, Inhuman Dan has horrible qualifying sessions compared to his performance during the races, being currently the winner of Driver of the Day 2 times in a row. Talking about Driver of the Day, let's see who is the most deserving of Driver of the Day currently. And it is RST Carlos with +8 positions onto where he qualified in, let's do some quick math. P19. Scorenzi qualified in P5, got sent down all the way to the pits of hell, and by that I mean P20. GDB almost a lap behind the rest of the pack. And what the hell is happening with him? And he's got a puncture! GDB has got a puncture! Will he be able to recover from this? That is horrible for him. I know I say that all the time. He is now dragging his other tire. He has to get off. He has to get off of the racing line. I guess at this point you're allowed to just go into your menu and yeah, he's almost 2 minutes behind the rest of the pack. He's going into the pits looking if he can recover this drive, but it doesn't seem like it. Golden Sniper has retired. He has left the session. Finally, he is DNF'd. He's in P17, but soon to be. And GDB has retired from the session. Inhuman Dan in P18 is going to is 30 seconds from overtaking who's DNF'd. His best chance is getting lapped. Oh no, I was thinking that there's like, whatever. Forget what I said. So Kangaroo, he's at the back of this main grid, aside from Inhuman Dan, who's a sector behind. That is very surprising for Inhuman Dan, who usually has great race performance. But it might just have been luck in the last 2 races. And an overtake. Very quick overtake. And the quality of the stream plummets. You're right, the quality is total dog shit. I'm sorry for that. I need a VOD. Talking about a VOD, why not start one at lap at this point? Yeah, I'm recording this. I'm gonna record it locally. So we have got Kangaroo, Lewis. He's in the middle of no man's land with around a second off to his closest competitor. Never mind. He's out of DRS zone for this section, for Sector 1, but can he make sure that he is within DRS zone for the next sector? RST so far is driver of the day in my book with 10 position gains. Murasaki 4 positions down, and Mark Lax currently is the player in the game with the worst performance, losing 9 positions. He qualified P7 and is currently in P16. sorry if I have lousy commentary. I stayed up to watch the Chinese Grand Prix last night, and because I live on the East Coast, that was probably not what I should have done. But anyways, Squirt, Hash Brown, who has had a squabble, or is that Leonardo, at the start of the race, and Goober, there are the three drivers who have retained their positions. And, speak of the devil, Hash Brown lost a position. And he has gained the position. He's battling it out with RST, the other RST. So, we can just call the Williams Team RST at this point. King Cobra, an exciting recruit from Tier 2, is performing pretty well for the big leagues. I would have loved to commentate for P2, but I couldn't. But let's look. Everybody is in this DRS train up to P9, so that is pretty much pulling it out, specifically the Ferrari and the V-Carb. RST Lewis in the back there is in a position where he can easily gain more places and get more positions gained. And the first three positions, like usual, are not changing, and the two Haas's occupy them and Squirt. So they seem to be the most consistently performing drivers, or it could be the circuit. It could always be the circuit. That some drivers prefer a circuit. I like, what's Monza? Personally, I suck at Monza. I hate the chicane at the start. I could perform there, but seriously, I need a Red Bull. Speaking of Red Bulls, Marklax still, at least he's not in P17 or DNF'd, but he's still, Goober has not had any significant action regarding him throughout the race. Well, significant action that has affected him to this point. He seems like he has a perfectly normal car, and soon enough we can expect a whole round of pits. So gap to the leader. No one has been lapped so far, and let's do. Okay, so no, we can expect that next lap is when people start pitting. And just like that, people are pitting. And the two people who are pitted are Masaki in the Sauber and RST Tiago in the Williams, rejoining very safely. They are rejoining right behind a few people in the hards. And, ooh, Masaki DNF says he's crashed. What the hell has happened? Oh my god, what happened? And it's a safety car! It's a safety car! As Murasaki has DNF'd! And Mark Lex has gotten a drive-through penalty for the safety car. This is crazy! So, let us remind you, Squirt has the fastest lap with a 130.812 and has the fastest first sector with 33.387 and the fastest second sector with 29.5254. And the Haas has the fastest sector 3 with a 27.876. Oh no, it's the Haas of Teddy, and the Williams has crashed into the wall. It has a puncture. The second time that we've seen a puncture this race, and Mark Lax has a drive-through penalty that will add 3 laps onto his race, which will get him out of the standings for sure. Now the crippled RST has to drag his car through the rest of the race. Through the rest of the circuit. And let's look at the speed that he's going at. He's only going so fast. Why is he not going full throttle is the main question. Can he not go full throttle? He has extremely cold tires, and he has a broken front wing. How can this get any worse? Inhuman Dan has a 3-second time penalty. And he has set his fuel mix to lean. And they're getting rid of his penalty right now. RST Tiago gets a new front wing and adds a few more laps to the safety car. As you can see, his exit currently, it's 23 degrees Celsius, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. In Jeddah, the track temperature is approximately 29 degrees Celsius and 84 degrees Fahrenheit, which shows you how much power these cars have, that they could cause such an extreme change in the temperature. So, I think this is the first puncture that we've seen this season. And, well, not this one, but the one earlier by GDB. But in this one, in this one, RST has recovered, and the main reason is the safety car. So, now, let's look at the tires. We've got the oldest laps. The oldest tires are currently 9 laps old by Unbroken Leonardo, who pretty much has 2 more laps on them and might as well pit right now, along with Inhuman Dan, who also might as well pit right now. And there's going to be a restart for this race. But at this point, we don't really need the scoreboard. We don't really need. You might as well use overtake mode, because you're going to be harvesting a shit ton of energy. Oh my god, and he has DNF'd on. What the hell happened? As you can see, the rest of the grid, that is a beautiful shot right there. We're currently, all eyes are on Teddy. it's a safety lap in the Intrepid Racing League. Teddy has extremely cold tires. He's wanting to heat them up very quickly, because you don't know when the Ferrari will catch up. But anyway, he could look at his mini-map. So, in a safety car, all the cars have to be within 10 car lengths of each other. So that means that the entire safety car train will be 100 car lengths. 200 car lengths. Sorry, I have horrible math on the spot. 200 car lengths, and finally the Ferrari has pretty much joined up. So, at this point, for some reason, what the hell is Teddy doing right now? Not heating up his tires. You're gonna want to heat your tires up a little bit more, Teddy. A bunch of the drivers now taking advantage of the pause menu screen, which will cause their car to drive itself for them in a safe manner, which they have restricted use over. They're supposed to use it only 1 minute during a safety car period, or a virtual safety car period, according to the rules and regulations of the Intrepid Racing League. And going in to the DRS section, safety car is in this lap! Safety car's in this lap! That is great news for the rest of the drivers who want to go racing immediately, as soon as possible. And, as you could see, getting their tires ready and hot and steady. We've got 13 laps to go in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix of Jeddah. And Mark Lax. Oh shoot, why am I talking about Mark Lax? Mark Lax pits! That is a very awkward time to pit. Going right after the safety car. Guess who's back? There we go. She's back. Now everybody is, except for Mark Lax, is within, and Borco Leonardo, is within a few seconds of each other. Now, there will be a very big effect. Now, Teddy really needs to pull out of the rest of the grid quickly before they get DRS. So he pretty much has 1 lap to do so. Well, less than a lap, because they're already halfway through, 3/4 of the way through, probably. Well, they have only 2 turns to go before Teddy will have to, do Teddy's... What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Why did I hear DRS? The Haas trying to make a move on Damien, but Damien defends it very well. Very cinematic camera angle there. So, we've got a Haas of Teddy Wagen in first place, Squirt in second place, and Damian Ramses in third place, Hash Brown in fourth place, Brownish Buns in fifth place, RST Luis Carlos 11 in sixth place, Souls 23 in seventh place, Goober McBanana Pants in eighth place, Lewis Lost in ninth place, the King Cobras in 10th place, Inhuman Dan in 11th place, and in 12th place we have Max the Messiah, 13th place, Kangaroo Zach, In 14th place, Unbroken Leonardo, and in 15th place, we've got Mark Lax, who is actually not doing that bad. He has closed the gap very much. We've got also 5 DNFs by RST, Murasaki, Golden Sniper, GDB, and Scorenzi, all in the order, all in reverse order of when that happened. So now it's very clean racing here. Hey, the quality went up to some degree. Well, I mean, it's viewable. So Leonardo has a almost 10 seconds off of the car ahead of him, and there's action in the car ahead of him. Inhuman Dan gets sent back a few places, gets confused. Right now, we're following the car of Kangaroo Zach. Let's, all the car's tires are heated up. So, now, who's got a fastest second sector? That must be Player. And Player has the fastest first sector. Now, who has gotten ERS mode? Let's see. The person I'm spectating. Player is the person I'm spectating. Oh, fuck. I thought we told them to enable telemetry. Never mind. Oh, and Souls has retired from the session! That is a horrible clash, and that's bringing out the safety car for another time! Within 3 laps, we got 2 safety cars! And Unbroken Leonardo has pit for softs. That looks like it's going to be the move for the rest of the drivers. It's a very logical move for the rest of the drivers because there is less than 9 laps left to go, and the softs are supposed to last 9 laps in this race. It's going to be clear with a 1% chance of rain for the next 10 minutes, so the drivers don't have anything to worry about. So, now let's read you some specifics, some statistics about the circuit. Well, if he would have pit right now, his regional position, Teddy's regional position would be 11th. That's not that bad. Oh, yeah, that is. So, the downforce on this track is medium. The tire wear is very high. And you're full throttle 79% of the time. Going into the pits and with a roughly was Teddy. Everybody ready in the pit lane. So, Teddy Wagon doing a pit stop, and half the grid staying out, catching up with the safety car. And the only person so far who's been able to catch it is Damien, who will be pitting for fresh tires. Just like the rest of the people on the grid. Whoever pitted for mediums is an absolute idiot. You have to pit for softs. That is the strategy. That is the game plan. Whoever doesn't know what they're talking about, because you have the perfect amount of time left in this race to go through a soft. Let's look. The safety car. This is an Aston Martin safety car that was provided by Aramco, who are co-owners of the team Aston Martin, along with Aston Martin. Aramco is also Saudi Arabia's national oil company, so that is probably why they specifically chose to have an Aston Martin. Of course, the other option would have been a Mercedes AMG, but a Mercedes AMG is red, Aramco is green and blue, and the closest colors that match to that are, as you could see, are those. Yeah, as you could see, Aramco litters the billboards right here. You could see just below a giant Aramco painted on the tarmac. STC, could someone tell me what that means? Saudi Invest, a lot of local businesses. A lot of local businesses here. Pirelli probably has some sort of thing based in Saudi Arabia, where their rubber comes from. I am just guessing. But let's see, the Haas of Damien still retaining so let's check it out. The safety car isn't coming in this lap so far, but usually it's going to be known by the third detection point of, no, the second detection point. The second detection point of the lap. If the safety car will come in, which it would make sense it would, because everyone is within 10 car lengths of each other. Safety car in this lap, as I called. Safety car, as you can see, the billboards are turning green as the safety car is set to come in. And now it's empty, meaning that now Damien has control over the race. No one is allowed to pass Damien unless they'll get, and if so, they'll get severe points. The Mercedes, being a little bit of a risk taker, very close to Damien on the race restart, and Damien gets a good lead over safety car out. It's green flags. Damien has not pit, along with Lewis has lost. King Cobra is also not looting. So everyone falling back the grid, the soft, the people who have pit, not many people have pit, and the people who have pit on softs might regret it, because nope, they are not. Well, Hash Brown is going to be our example for how the softs do. How much do they have good grip? Well, it looks like they do, but they're surrounded by, at the end of the race is when we're really going to test the soft's ability to give us a good grip. Now, the top 5 places, 3 of them are using old tires, and those are Lewis, who's not been performing the best this season. He has DRS. He's going to have DRS next lap for the 6 laps of racing that we have left. All the softs will definitely last till the end of the race, because a bunch of the laps that they were on were safety car laps, which don't wear your tire as much because DRS is enabled, as can be seen by race control. RST Lewis and the Goober exchanging positions. Oh no, Max the Messiah exchanging positions with him. Just listen to those cars go by and do their laps perfectly. There's a caution in Sector 1 as the Ferrari of Leonardo gets out of the race. What happened? What? Another puncture! Another puncture! Someone has to investigate all these punctures. Oh, and he is spun on the track. That is not his fault. This spinning on the track is not his fault, and he is also a safe distance from the rest of the people on the grid turning it. Will Leonardo be able to safely pull back? Well, he has a few tires. No, he will need to cut corners to get back to the grid, and the stewards are waving the orange and black flags for him, telling him that he needs to pit. And that is why, safely rejoining the circuit, seems like he also got rid of traction control. Lewis has gotten a time penalty of 3 seconds, and let's actually check in on how the penalties are doing. So, the King Cobra has 6 seconds of 6 seconds worth of penalties. I would recommend Leonardo. Yeah, that is a good idea for him to get off the track and wait for the rest of these. Wait for the gap. Very safely joining the track there is Leonardo. Unbroken Leonardo, who has broken his front tires. His back tires. And it's a virtual safety car because of Leonardo spinning and scrambling all over the track. Now he has become ghosted, so he could do whatever the hell he wants. You could see that tire. And Lewis, drive-through penalty now. He's going to have to, I'm pretty sure he has to pit to remove that. But anyways, drive-through penalties if I... So, no, yeah, he Hamased it into the wall. He Hamased it into the barriers. Just like, George, the terrorist. Osama bin Russell, just like Osama bin Russell. He Hamased it into the barriers. Hamas. RST Lewis there. Let's check on Leonardo. That is a beautiful shot there of racing, but we can't really have racing without, and look at it, a beautiful pit stop there for Leonardo, and he gets lapped by the entire grid. Twice. That must be embarrassing, but it also wasn't your fault. Just look at this lap now. This is Unbroken Leonardo at his prime. There's no blue flags out because there's no one behind him to let through. He's on cold tires. Cold new tires. RST now has DRS on brownest buns. Let's see if that helps him. No! Just a late braking there. Just gets him out of DR. No, he still has DRS, but out of overtaking range. Will this strip be enough? You want to be a little bit behind your opponent at the end of the straight so you can take advantage of the next DRS straight, the pit straight, but not too far behind. You want to ideally be a little less than 3/4, a little more than 3/4, and easily overtakes him. And there's been, I think, a little bit of contact over there. But let's go back to our top two, who have been having a very clean race so far. So, let's also go through our penalties again. Damien has a 3-second time penalty. We've got 2 warnings on, Teddy. Let's look at the warnings on every single player. Squirt has 3 warnings. Damien has 5 warnings and a 3-second time penalty. 1 warning for RST. 3 warnings for brownest buns. So 1 more warning and he gets a penalty. Hash Brown has 1 warning. That's very good for him. Now Lewis. Lewis has 3 warnings, 3 penalties, 3-second penalty, and a drive-through penalty. Goober McBananapants has 7 penalties. And 7 warnings and 6 seconds of penalties. Inhuman Dan has 9 warnings and 6 seconds of penalty. Lewis is pitting and he got rid of his time drive-through penalty. Sorry. Currently, Kangaroo is set to get points. The only people who are out of the points are Marklax and Unbroken Leonardo, because in the Intrepid Racing League, everyone until P12 gets points, as far as, if I remember correctly. There's a Sector 1 has a yellow into the hairpin. This hairpin that you could see right here, it looks a lot wider. Like that. So, let's go down and go through these snaky turns. And, oh, I didn't realize this, but Teddy has finished first place. And let's look at the finishers. Goober McBananapants finishes. Inhuman Dan finishes. Max the Messiah and King Cobra finish. Lewis and Kangaroo finish. And finally, it's Marklax. He is 40 seconds behind. He hasn't even got into the final DRS zone. So, Leonardo, the Ferrari team has had the team who's gonna come home with the most points is the Haas. Race ruined by drive-through on virtual safety car. Restart that said I was 1.6 seconds up. Good game, says Lewis. So So it's a 1-3 for the Hosses. The only American team on the grid. So, sing the national anthem. That's not the national anthem. I will play it. So, this is the national anthem. Stand up. Okay. Anyone want to be interviewed, please go to the commentators. We've got until 9:30. We've got a window until 9:30. So we've got 15 minutes if anyone wants to be commentated. Didn't have to let me. So, let's bring in, who was that? Let's open up Racer Ray. Fuck, I wasn't recording. Okay, so there's no telemetry recording for this session of the Racing League. Sorry. And, let's go. Leonardo, does Leonardo want to appear on, who wants to, want to be interviewed? Okay, so we've got Lewis. Oh wait, Lewis, wait a sec. I have to change my main speaker device output to be, okay, hi, can you, I have to change my output, to spatial sound, can you hear me? Yeah, you should be able to right now. Oh shit, I'm in the app, so, wait, I have to go into, I have a problem with my Twitch app, okay. Okay, so, Lewis, let's get you on. So, Lewis, you've got there, you got on. Lewis, no. Okay. So open lobby VC. That's where you are. Okay. There you are. You can hear me, right? You can hear me, right? So, wait, we're gonna have to join.
Yeah, I'm not hearing you, bro.
Okay, now you should hear me. You should be hearing me now. You should be hearing me now.
Oh, no, I can't hear you with this. I think it's better now.
Let's deafen him. Yeah. Now you should be hearing me.
Yep, I can hear you.
Good. So, what was happening there with, you were doing pretty well, and then you just dropped. How did you get that, drive-through penalty?
Yeah, I'll have to send it into the stewards because I recorded it, but it said I was 1.6 seconds up on my delta, like totally within the what was allowed, and then it restarted, and I wasn't. So I'll have to look at the footage, but pretty sure I did absolutely nothing wrong, and the game is just kind of shit.
Well, like, the game does have that problem where it's very slow in showing your, delta.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening. I'm about to look at the clip right now. But
And
yeah, I did get overtaken like 5 times. Those guys were just way faster than me, and I got hit into the wall by one of the Haas guys that was overtaking me, so that didn't really help. So I'll see if I can get that penalized. But I should be looking around 7th finish. I'm pretty happy with it if I can get these penalties taken off.
that is, pretty good. How much... So, anything else you want to say?
No, I'm excited to watch the replay because this was probably the bloodiest race we've had in a in a while. But should be interesting. I don't know what the leaders did. You were probably watching that. I'm not sure how that played out, but
I was
looked like there was a
I
lot of
was
action.
watching the chaos behind with the Ferrari having a puncture and spinning out at the end of the race, causing a safety car.
Oh, is that what happened? I got a puncture on the last lap of the sprint, and it I think it kind of messed me up. But I stayed pretty clean in the normal race, besides those BS penalties.
Okay, so that after that, let's see if we could get Dan on. Let's see if we could get Dan on. Oh, you're there.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so What happened in the second race? Your pace was really good during the sprint, and you just fell off. You lost a ton of positions from your qualifying.
On like lap 2, I get spun round by King Cobra. Then I keep tapping the wall, which then gives my tyre damage, so I'm having to try and stop tapping the wall, which is very difficult for me because I'm on controller, but that's my own problem. And then I kind of just kept having a really big pace fall off. Even on the mediums, getting into a couple of instances with people, and just not a really good weekend for me as a whole.
Okay, so, and you did have a good sprint race, so that you do get some points for that, and I'm pretty sure, did you come out, within P12?
Yes.
So you do get points. Not a lot, but some points.
I think it's still decent points for a finish.
Well, I have another question.
Okay, go ahead.
Gentlemen, a short view back to the past. 5 years ago, on this day, Walter Costa told us...
Oh god.
Yeah. You know where this was going.
Yep.
So what is your opinion on that?
I don't know.
2014 Formula One Abu Dhabi Grand Prix post-race interview. It's just context. Yeah, that was a confusing one. A minute-long question. Pretty... Oh, so I can hear my computer is about to, let's say, cause the final straw in... It's going to... Yeah, the last straw for global warming, so I think I ought to, go. As you can hear it.
No, we actually can't hear your PC, so it's just on your end.
Okay, I have to take that off then. The stream should be able to hear it. Okay, I have gotten, let's see. Nope. No DMs. Okay, so we're going to end this here. This was the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix for Intrepid Racing League race. See you next week for, what race is it? Next week at this time for, what the fuck is it? Calendar. Yeah, the Canadian Grand Prix. Next week at this time. Be there or be square. Goodbye.